The 10 Best Stephen King Books. Undoubtedly one of the most prolific, and quite possibly one of the greatest writers of our generation, Stephen King's books offer much more variety than the horror stories for which he became famous. Cozy up in a safe spot with one of these novels and lose yourself in the imagination of an extraordinarily creative, talented, and haunting storyteller, that is, if you dare. The list starts from November 22, 63. The author changes history in November 22, 63. About $11. A tale that centers around the death of JFK and the assassin who needed to be stopped. It's interesting to see how he interweaves historical facts with a make-believe to invoke vivid emotions and a plausible plot. Humanizes Lee Harvey Oswald, good for readers who dislike horror, but seems to stall midway through. Check out link in description to buy this product from Amazon. Ninth one is Pet Cemetery. In Pet Cemetery, about $6. An Indian burial ground has the ability to bring the dead back to life. Although the main characters soon find out that it's best to leave the dearly departed slumbering, you'll probably never feel like walking through a graveyard again after reading it. Terror is both real and supernatural, one of the creepiest stories, but maybe too macabre for some. You shouldn't miss this product's review. Salem's Lot. Salem's Lot, about $6, shares the story of Ben Mears, a troubled author who returns to his hometown to find dark things happening. It is King's second book, and you can see how raw his style was when he started. So if you read later works you'll see how much he's grown as a writer. Great contemporary vampire novel, very influential in the horror genre, but the ending is anticlimactic. Well, here is the 7th one. The Green Mile. The Green Mile, about $7, tells the story of the guards who watch over prisoners on death row when a condemned man with magical powers enters their midst. It was originally published as a series and all volumes were on the bestseller list simultaneously. The kind of tale you can't put down. Villains will make your blood boil, but can be a bit cutesy at times. You should look into this product, it was surely well marketed. The Gunslinger. Originally published nearly 40 years ago, The Gunslinger, APPX, $11. Is the first story in the Dark Tower series and still manages to captivate readers today. The entire set is 8 novels long, so if you enjoy it, you'll have plenty more follow-ups. Spellbinding tale of good versus evil. Plot travels through parallel worlds, but a bit short on action. Now we will show you the 5th product in the list, Carrie. Movie Tie-In Edition. This Carrie Movie Tie-In Edition, around $7, is a story about a teen who gets bullied by her classmates and sets out to wreak vengeance. It's the kind of novel that will hit home with most readers, as we can all relate to having an elaborate revenge fantasy every now and then. Wright uses unconventional storytelling, the author's first published book, but some feel the characters lack depth. Customers are king, and according to them one should buy this one. The Stand. See what the apocalypse looks like from the author's point of view in The Stand. About $12. It's a towering story about an eerily plausible superflu that kills 99% of the world's population within weeks of the outbreak. Despite its length, you'll probably finish it in a few days. Contains biblical undertones, multiple abominable villains, but perfect for science fiction lovers. If you want cost-efficient, this new one is for you. Misery, the Reissue Edition. Misery, the Reissue Edition, around $10, is about a best-selling novelist who is being held captive by his greatest fan, a woman who happens to have evil plans. At just 352 pages, it is one of King's shorter novels and a good entry point to his collection of masterpieces. Extremely terrifying. Concept is very realistic, but gives glimpses into an author's life. According to reviews, the second best product is The Shining, still one of his most popular novels. The Shining APPX $5 is a chilling ghost story about a caretaker and his family at a haunted hotel. If you like eerie tales that keep you both intrigued and frightened, then you owe it to yourself to read this book. Unflinching look at alcoholism, psychological horror thriller, but book that established King. Now here is our best of best The King product. It reprint edition. If you're not already afraid of clowns, it reprint edition, about $71, will change your mind in a hurry. It's a story about a horrendous murder that took place in a small town in Maine 28 years ago and continues to haunt the characters well into their adult lives. Lots of interrelated flashbacks. Entire town is well developed, but taps into deep childhood fears.